Okay, picking up where we left off last time, we found ourselves at Chickasaw National Rec Area on day 27, arriving there that evening, and would plan to be there overnight. That gets us into Oklahoma, which was kind of one of the key reasons for visiting. Although I've talked to a couple folks now who looked at the last video and said I'm going to absolutely love the Chickasaw National Rec Area. The next day, so day 28, we drive over to Hot Springs National Park in Arkansas, spend the night at Hot Springs National Park, and then the next day is really a two-step. So, this would be day 28 would arrive at Hot Springs. Day 29 would arrive at Vicksburg via Poverty Point National Monument here in Louisiana, and then Vicksburg National Military Park, which I'm really looking forward to. I big fan of Ulysses Grant, generally as a military leader, and have never been to Mississippi. So I'm looking forward to actually spending a little bit of time in Mississippi and at Vicksburg. So the thought process is, day 28 would get me to Hot Springs. Day 29 would get me to Vicksburg via Poverty Point. Interestingly, a number of these states, as we're starting to get to the East Coast, do not have national parks. So Texas doesn't have a national park, or Texas does, excuse me. Oklahoma does not have a national park. We have the one in Hot Springs. There's no national parks in Louisiana, no national parks in Mississippi, no national parks in Alabama, so or Georgia, surprisingly. And so, kind of moving our way across, day 29, 28, 29 is going to spend a little bit of time at Poverty Point. That's about a 4-hour drive from Hot Springs. So this is about a 5-hour drive, 4-hour drive to here, another hour and a half over to Vicksburg, and plan to stay in Vicksburg. Next day is about a 6-hour drive over to Horseshoe Bend National Military Park in Alabama. So go to Daviston, Alabama, and spend some time here. Again, some of these national military parks and other national monuments and things are ones that I just would never visit other than going through this 48 state tour. So wanted to try and make sure that I'm not just doing a transit through all the states, but actually try and stop and see some of the items along the way. So intend to make that, day essentially day 20, day 30 at Horseshoe Bend. The next trip down is a long 12-hour drive plus to Everglades National Park. So anticipate that, where you have, day 28, day 29, day 30, day 31 will find us at 31, 32 are going to find us down here at Biscayne National Park and Everglades National Park. Day 33 and 34 are going to find us out at Dry Tortugas. Now, Dry Tortugas is one of those national parks that in order to get out here, you've got to arrange a ride out essentially from the Key West out to Dry Tortugas, and then you spend some time out there and then go back. It's kind of like Channel Islands in California. So we're going to have a fair bit of time that we'll spend down here in southern Florida hitting these 3 national parks, and also just by virtue of the fact that this drive from Horseshoe Bend down to Miami area is extensive. I mean, it's about a 12, 13-hour drive. I want to give myself a little bit of time to recuperate, and then I'm giving myself an extra couple days to get out to Dry Tortugas and back. Just combination of weather, potential weather. Again, we're in the summer, so it should be fine, but you can sometimes get hurricanes and other things that will disrupt your day. And want to make sure that I, can time out the ferries and not be incredibly rushed. And so that's the plan there. And then from Dry Tortugas, I've got about a 14-hour drive up to Congaree National Park, which is, kind of taking me through. So I come through Georgia here, and I go back through Georgia this way. I may swing into Savannah on the way, so there may be a stop at Savannah, and I'll have to debate whether that's going to be the case as we dive deeper into the planning for the trip, and I kind of take apart each one of these segments and do a little bit more detailed planning, some of which is going to be kind of on the fly as we're going, and some of which is going to be ahead of time. But I am debating kind of taking an extra night and visiting Savannah. I've never been to Savannah. I've got friends who have been to Savannah, love Savannah. So may want to take a day, even though it's not a national park, take a day and go into Savannah, and then go up to Congaree National Park in South Carolina. I do have a very good friend of mine lives in the Greenville area, so probably spend an extra day there as well. So if you kind of think about the timing here, we arrived at Chickasaw on 27th day, 28th day to Hot Springs, 29th day to Vicksburg, 30th day to Horseshoe Bend, 31 and 32 at Biscayne and Everglades National Park, 33 and 34 at Dry Tortugas, 35 is likely at Savannah, 36 is likely at somewhere in the Greenville area, and 37, and then 38 is likely at Congaree. So that gets us from day 27 to day 38, and takes us through a sweep through the southern states. And again, it starts getting a little bit more convoluted as we go, but I think one of these, I think it might be the Dry Tortugas to Congaree, is the longest single split of the trip. So I think it's the 13 to 14 hours from here to here up into Congaree. If I did it as a single shot, I think is the longest single shot of the trip. So like I said, I may break that up and go into Savannah, and then may further break that up by taking a couple days in the Greenville area.